We had a lot of fun. It was a really nice place to work. It was a genuinely, it was a great environment to go to work to.
She was just this huge optimist, which came during a time where many women on television were being represented as neurotic. And I was very proud to bring joy as a woman to television and not neuroses.
I really felt that there was something magic and special there.
It was something I wrote with Dottie Dartland. We were approached to develop for Jenna, who was looking to do a series, and we were fooling around with some ideas. And at the time, ABC was being run by Jamie Tarsis. And as much as I think we might have brought to it, I think Jamie would have put Jenna on the air reading a phone book.
Can I ask why you're sitting there?
Because Jennifer said there's never anything good on TV.
We looked at the female characters that were on television at the time, and it seemed to be a lot of women who were really highly educated, had great careers, and they were miserable in their personal lives. So Chuck and I thought, what if we had a character that was different than that, that she was a yoga instructor and a dog trainer, and she was actually happy with her life.
Yeah, all right, I don't lick your face when you're doing yoga, go sniff his butt.
That kind of character turned out to be a very bizarre character, and everybody around her would constantly react to her oddness. But all she was a nice person. And I think we stumbled into a very funny, character as a result. And, and obviously Jenna embodied it perfectly.
I love Dharma. I just think she was a cool girl. She is someone who is very confident.
I'm a good teacher. She's a big liar. Jeremiah was a bullfrog. Lather, rinse, repeat. That's it.
She didn't really think the way the rest of the world did, and she didn't have those built-in ridges and boundaries and issues that most people have, particularly Greg's side of the family.
Oh, nonsense.
So these two people come together and somehow find, they fill in each other's blanks, and total opposites attract.
I promise to always let you be you and me be me.
The characters on the show work so well together because of the quality of the actors.
Jenna really knows her stuff, and she's very receptive and very permeable, and that writing just bloomed all of those gifts, and that was the central part for everybody.
Now Greg's gonna give it to me, and I'm gonna have to tell him that I went through all of his stuff and found it already.
Or you could just shut up and act surprised.
Can't do that, Jane. That's worse than lying. That's acting.
Jenna was like a great leader. She really knew how to inhabit that role of having that force as Dharma. And I remember Jenna on one particular show where she was on the rooftop when our Native American had passed on. And she had to kind of both laugh and cry. And she was trying to do that, and she was finding out that she could do that. And then she was kind of both laughing and crying at the amazement, at the discovery that she could do that. And that was a lovely moment.
Jenna's a delight. She's absolutely and totally a natural. There was a wonderment about that character. So, and that was her. That was Jenna, and that was Dharma.
This injury is the universe's way of telling you to slow down.
Well, any universe that talks to me through my groin can go around the corner and kiss my butt.
I remember Chuck Lorre, right after Thomas auditioned and had left the room, Chuck stood up and he, like a baseball bat, like he hit it out of the park. I couldn't have been Dharma without him to bounce off. I mean, the exchanges that we had, it's a dance partner, and you can't have a team and do it alone.
I remember Chuck and I, our big criteria was, do we want to see Jenna kiss this guy? That was the big thing. And there were some really great actors, but we just kind of didn't want to see him kiss. And when Thomas Gibson walked in, he was strong. He felt like her equal. And we really wanted to see those two kiss. So that was Thomas.
When I auditioned, they had me audition for Kitty because I had played several upper middle class matriarchal people, but they went like, try Abby. And I read Abby, and I said, do you just want to hear my voice saying these lines? Because there's really no difference between what I would think and what you've written here.
God, you're pretty good.
Well, you don't know about me, darling. When I was 17, I danced on Ed Sullivan.
Oh, you're kidding.
He liked it so much, he put me on the show. And I'll never forget, Susan Sullivan was on the street when I walked out. She had auditioned, and she said, I have a really good feeling about this. And I said, me too. She said, so I'll see you. And we knew.
My husband is a psychologist. And one day I came home, we were about in the middle of our first season, and I said, Connell, I said, it's really interesting. This show is so well cast. In the beginning, I thought, you know, I don't know about him, I don't know about her, but everybody really has the kernel and the seed of the character within them, and it's just sort of blooming. I said, except for me. And he looked at me and he went, oh, you poor child.
All I heard was, no prob, la 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 la, we'll be fine.
I got together with Susan Sullivan, who was, and we were going to go to the network, you know, all the rigmarole you have to go through. And we worked out the scene that we were doing, so we got in there and we started off all wrong.
Edward?
Let me just get another drink.
You have a drink.
No, I don't.
I don't know where he was. He lost his place. He was off the page. I didn't know what I was saying. And I thought, oh, well, I think I've lost this part anyway. I might as well just have a good time. And we improvised the scene.
About our sex life. How do you think we might improve it?
Well, once in a while we could have sex.
All right, fair enough.
It was hysterical, and they never knew. They had no idea. Chuck did, but we didn't. And we never told them about it or anything, and they thought it was great, which was fabulous.
Oh, come on, that's funny.
My idea was that Larry was going to wear kind of a hip leather jacket, and he was somehow involved in the music business. That's what must have been Larry, yeah. And as I brought out these ideas, no, Larry doesn't dress that way, and he's lucky to have held a job. Forget about being any kind of force in the music business. So Larry, I guess, was a few tokes over the line.
Oh, I forgot my backpack.
It's on your back, Larry.
Right.
Alan has the best laugh in the entire world. I know that has nothing to do with anything, but whenever I would hear Alan laugh, it made my heart soar because he has the greatest laugh. And to make Alan laugh was like a big victory for me. Like, I love that. So that's a little particular thing about Alan. I love Alan. I love everybody. Like, I really love the whole cast.
The entire week is like preparing for a party, because even though you're rehearsing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you're shooting on Friday night. Friday night is like a party. There's the audience, there are the laughs, and you've worked for it all week, and it's just so much fun.
Come on, big guy! Drive your coffee table to Idaho!
Pretty much every episode during tape night, I would have a complete laughter breakdown during one of the scenes. And I guess that's just me. Filming a show and having a live audience, it brings so much energy and I love it so much. And usually about 3/4 into a taping, I would just have a laughing fit. Something would crack me up, and then I couldn't keep a straight face. And then the makeup, because whenever I'd laugh, tears start running down my face. And then the makeup artist was like, oh, here she goes. And they would watch me to see, like, is the laughter gonna get to the point where she starts crying? Yes, it is. And then the first AD would be like, and makeup. Because then my mascara would start running down.
Hey, San Francisco! Must see this!
We knew we had value. We knew we had that because the cast, there was a real sense of love, and also it was a combination of community and integrity. Like, we were all together, but we were all enhanced personally by what was going on. That's pretty unusual, but we had it. And we thought, we want to be here, and people who watch are going to be here with us.
Working on Dharma and Greg was just such a huge part of my life and a huge part of my career, and brought me so much joy and pleasure. And I learned so much about so many things working on that show, and it is such a warm place for me.
It really was, for the most part, it was a terrific experience. I'm really proud of the show.
There were quite a few times there when I was completely in the moment.
Good for you.
Other times I was listing state capitals in my head, but that was entirely for your benefit.
Yeah, good for me.